one of the most influential artists of the last century is gone. David Hockney, the British painter whose colorful vision transformed modern art and inspired generations around the world, has died at the age of 88. And what makes this moment even more emotional is that Hockney passed away just 1 month before his 89th birthday. The legendary artist died peacefully at his home in London on Thursday, according to statements released by those close to him. But here's what makes this story bigger than the death of a famous painter. David Hockney didn't just create art. He changed the way people saw the world. From the bright blue swimming pools of California to deeply personal family portraits, Hockney built a career spanning more than 7 decades, proving that everyday life could be extraordinary if viewed through the right eyes. And as tributes pour in from across the globe tonight, many are asking the same question. Will we ever see another artist quite like him? Born in Bradford, England, Hockney rose to prominence during the explosive pop art movement of the 1960s. At a time when much of the art world was moving toward abstraction, Hockney went in a completely different direction. He brought people back into the picture. His paintings were bold, colorful, emotional, and unmistakably human. And then came the move that would define much of his legacy: California. When Hockney arrived in Los Angeles, he became fascinated by something most people barely noticed: the light, the sunshine, the shadows, the way water reflected color. That fascination led to some of the most recognizable paintings in modern history. Works like A Bigger Splash became symbols of an entire lifestyle and era. Even people who didn't know David Hockney's name often recognized his images instantly. That's how powerful his influence became. But what truly separated Hockney from many artists of his generation was his refusal to stop evolving. Most creative legends eventually settle into a formula. Hockney never did. Decade after decade, he kept experimenting. Photography, landscape painting, portraits, digital art. And in a move that surprised many critics, he embraced new technology late in life, creating stunning artwork on iPhones and iPads when many artists his age were resisting change. It was a reminder that creativity has no expiration date. Even in his 80s, David Hockney was still finding new ways to see the world. That relentless curiosity became one of his greatest trademarks. And perhaps that's why so many people connected with him. Not because he painted perfectly, but because he never stopped looking, learning, and exploring. Tonight, museums, artists, collectors, and admirers across the world are remembering a man often described as endlessly inventive, fearless, and unique. The director of Tate Britain called the loss immense. And for many in the art community, it truly is the end of an era. David Hockney is survived by his longtime partner Pierre Caves Lima, members of his family, and generations of artists who were inspired by his work. But maybe the most fitting way to remember him comes from the phrase he often repeated throughout his life: love life. 3 simple words. Yet they seem to capture everything David Hockney stood for. His paintings celebrated life. His colors celebrated life. His curiosity celebrated life. And perhaps that's why his work will continue speaking to people long after this day. David Hockney may be gone, but the way he taught the world to see beauty in everyday moments will live on forever. Rest in peace, David Hockney.